Angry guy here, and women who hit the wall regret feminism, but it's too late as men become passport bros. Women who hit the wall regret feminism, but it's too late as men become passport bros. A lot of women who wasted their time, they've now hit the wall. They're searching for men who don't want them, and they're crying their eyes out on social media. And I don't feel sorry for them. Let's go ahead and jump into the video.
Oh, don't do this to me.
I know, I'm sorry.
The wall is undefeated.
Having a crush on someone is actually so boring. Like, what am I supposed to do with all my free time? Read a book? Yesterday I went and got sushi with some friends, and we were, like, catching up on guy drama and feeding into each other's delusions. Like, oh, he said this, so, like, he really means this, right? And, like, oh, he tried to block me, so that means he's really in love with me, right? And it gets to me, and they're like, oh, Molly, like, what's new in your love life? And I'm like, well, I've been doing impeccable research on gut health. Turns out my liver is failing. Thanks, WebMD.
It seems that modern women today get bored of everything easily. A study says that women are more likely to cheat on their partners these days, simply out of boredom. They don't have this constant stimulation. They don't feel happy. So when they get caught cheating, they just say it's because you neglected me, as if it's your duty to keep them constantly happy. This is mostly caused by simps, who now keep any woman with a high ego, with constant attention, which ends up making them addicted to Instagram and TikTok.
Did you guys hear what she actually said? She said that when a guy blocks her, it just means that he's actually interested in her. Guys, these men are blocking these women, and they're in delusion. They're like, oh my gosh, that means he must really like me. Bro, he doesn't want to have anything to do with you. And she's talking about her liver failing. Guys, how old is this chick? Like 20 something? Guys, these women are falling apart. These women are falling apart, all right? Like, the lives that they've lived are so unhealthy, are so terrible, that they are literally aging rapidly. Like, they've literally worn their bodies out. They've worn their bodies out and brought themselves to a point where their health is going, their health is fading, and they want a man to come and rescue them in their worst years. Like, bro, how do you hit your worst years by 29?
You know what conversation we don't have? We don't have the conversation about why did he cheat.
My high standards babes. There is a lot wrong with that video, so much that I can't even cover in an entire 3-minute sit down. But let's talk about the first thing that she points out. Men cheating because a woman was not having sex with him. I don't even know where to attack this from. First of all, there's never a valid excuse for cheating. People who cheat on their partners and choose to hurt them in that way are hurt themselves, lack sexual discipline, XYZ, the list goes on. Victim blaming is a whole other topic here. But I just want to make it abundantly clear for all of the women, especially the younger women, you are not obligated to sleep with anyone, regardless of whether you are in a partnership with them or not.
You are not obligated. You are not obligated to be with them, regardless if you are in a partnership or not. Guys, this is the modern millennium. This is the modern day woman. You are entitled, guys. Even if you are married to her, you are not entitled to anything from her. Understand this. Even if you are married to her, you are not entitled to anything from her. She doesn't owe you a plate of food. She doesn't owe you a hello. All right? She doesn't owe you a thank you. She owes you nothing, even though you are still obligated to pay all of the bills, to protect her, to be there for her, and her children. Because they're not your children, they're her children and the state's children. Even though all of that, she doesn't have to do anything from you, for you. You are not entitled to anything. You have no rights in that relationship. Don't get me wrong, as a man, you are required to provide for her. You're required to protect her, okay? You're required to take care of her. You're required to listen to her, to empathize for her, to support her, to be there when she needs you, financially, emotionally, physically, but don't misunderstand. She does not owe you anything. This is the modern day woman. This is some degenerate. And if she steps out on you in the marriage, that was your fault, and it was something that you did that led to that happening. Gentlemen, get your passports.
This is why non-consensual sex in partnerships now counts as sexual assault and sexual abuse.
As a man, I do not support cheating on your partner, no matter if you are a man or a woman. But let's be totally honest. A man gets married with the intention of having exclusive and secure relationships with a woman. Let's be realistic. Marriage only benefits women. They are better seen in society, have better financial life. It ensures them a family. In case of divorce, the state always benefits them more than the man. So why get married as a man if you won't have access to have relationships with your partner? Of course, I can understand if she is pregnant or going through any kind of situation, but after a month, if it's not due to the risk after pregnancy, I don't see the reason why you can't have relationships with your wife, because all of them blame the man, but many of them always tell their husband that they have a headache.
They always have a headache. Oh, I have a headache. Not right now. Guys, not right now. And then Chad or Tyrone is breaking their back while you're at work, guys. Tyrone is there cracking that back while you're at work. Cracking that back in your fucking bed too. Cracking that back in your motherfucking bed. All right? That's the reality of things. By the way, guys, if you're enjoying these videos, if you love what I do, please consider subscribing to the channel and turning on notifications and never miss another video again. And please also like the video because it tells YouTube, hey, YouTube, I want to see more videos from Angry Guy. So this way you'll see more videos in your suggested videos as well as on your homepage. Guys, these women who are hitting the wall, they regret feminism, but it's too late as men become passport bros. And then there's a lot of them who are so entitled. They're like super entitled. Like they literally feel like, listen, if I'm in a relationship with you, I don't owe you nothing. All right? Don't look at me. Don't ask me for anything. But know you have responsibilities because you need to spend time with these kids too. When you come home, you also have work to do in the house. All right? These women, guys, even though they're casting away feminism, they're still feminist. They still have the exact same feminist ideologies. They still want the exact same things. All right? They just regret that now they're older and it's harder for them to find a relationship with a man because they passed over so many men because the world was their oyster. And they literally were just like looking at oysters, picking up pearls and just tossing them back into the ocean like, oh, this one's not good enough. Like literally, guys. Like they were like literally they were grabbing clams, opening them up. They're like, oh my gosh, it's a pearl. Look, it's a pearl. But this one, this one. I don't like the way that this looks. It needs to be polished. I'm gonna throw it back in. Oh, this one, it's too small. I'm gonna throw it back in. This is literally what women were doing. All right, they were literally just going through pearl upon pearl upon pearl upon pearl, and then saying, "Oh, this pearl is too small. This pearl is too this. This pearl is too that," and just throwing them back into the ocean. All right. And now fewer and fewer pearls are coming to them. And they're complaining. But their bad attitudes are still there. And the funny thing is that even when they get into a relationship with these guys, I want you to understand, these women who regret feminism and they want a man now, they're not going to stay with these guys. They're not going to stay with them. All right? They're just using these men until they can go and find someone better, or they have them they're settled into the relationship, and they settle for long enough so that they can then go and extract half of their wealth and resources from them. And it works out being more than half because the guy ends up paying out way more than half. Because here's the funny thing. They will charge a man a part of, I don't know if they do it by the gross or something, but in the end, the man ends up paying out so much more of his income as a result. So the woman ends up, it's like the man ends up with even less of his income. It's crazy. Imagine, like, you're paying out half your income in half your income. You're giving, she takes half your crap, right? She's getting spousal support, and she's getting money for the kids. All right? Like, in what reality is this normal? Guys, women who hit the wall, they may regret feminism, and it's too late because pastor bros are leaving. But the truth is, they're not changing. They still have these very toxic views on relationships, dating, and it's no wonder that men are walking away and saying, you know what, I'm done. I'm not having a relationship with these women. I'm not doing anything with them. I'm getting away from here right now. I'm leaving. Guys, let me know what you think in the comments. Of course, the video is always going to be linked in the description so you can watch the full video. But I want to hear your comments, your feedback. I want to know what you think about this, that women who hit the wall regret feminism, but it's too late because men are leaving. Men are walking away as password bros. All right, and younger guys are waking up. They're seeing the crap that's going on. They're saying, no, thank you, not me. All right, but I want to hear from you guys. Like the video if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you like the video, share the video. And just remember that all roads lead to MWA, men walking away. And cheers.